Hey, this happens sometimes over here. You know, we had to change our plans because of the wind, and we're going to do the best we can today. And George?
Yeah, we moved into the flats. We've got some land protecting us from the wind. We should have a good time. We got a good current coming in, so the flats should produce for us. So we're going to see what we can get into.
So just stay tuned and let's see what happens.
If you were watching, I'm casting kind of sideways to the wind, so the wind was putting a big bow on my line. So as soon as my bait hit, or sometimes right before the bait hits, you can feather the line, or when your bait hits, you want to reel real fast, and that'll straighten your line out so you have a better connection to your bait, and it's better for your hook set. If you got a big bow in your line, a lot of times that can mess up your hook set. Now we got me and Sergio fishing live bait, but we're also putting a cut bait out in a back rod holder, and a lot of times that cut bait, because of the scent sitting there, it'll actually attract fish to it. A lot of times your larger reds, your larger snook will actually eat a cut bait sometimes over a live bait. It's kind of the effect of when you're not hungry and you walk into the movie theater and you smell that popcorn and your mouth starts watering, you're getting tapped on that cut bait again.
Yep, I know.
But you might not be that hungry like sometimes the fish are, but once you get that scent in their mouth, it makes them want to bite.
Well, that's all we're trying to do. Live bait up here, maybe some redfish or the big snook on the cut bait on the bottom. And the only trouble with that is you get a lot of catfish and stingrays. But the benefit is, if it's a red or a snook, it's going to be a big one. Because the big fish are the ones that like the dead bait on the bottom.
They're lazy.
Yeah.
Those fish are lazy. Sometimes the big ones don't want to chase a bait down.
And this is what happens when you get a hit. You can see, look at that eye, how it's bulging out. The fish bit down and puts pressure, popped the eye out, and the bait's almost dead, but he didn't take the hook. So we'll see what happens. Well, I'm hoping to. This is a good area sometimes. There's a lot of little stingrays and some big rays. Maybe we'll get a cobia come by mistake. That wouldn't hurt.
That wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Nope.
We caught 2 juvenile cobia a couple of days ago, and so we'll see. It'd be nice. All right, so far, we've had a few hits on the cut bait, but nothing substantial. We haven't got anything really going yet. So what we're gonna do now is, a lot of people know it's a live chumming. So we'll put our scaled sardines in there, shake them up a little bit, just to make them a little dizzy so they don't just school right back up and swim away. And then we're just gonna throw these out there.
And let's hope something's hungry.
And I'm trying to get it right in the mangroves, because a lot of times the fish will hide under the mangroves, and when those baits come swimming out, the fish will come swimming out chasing them, and then that gets us to where we can have a little more advantage at hopefully hooking them and not getting stuck in the trees.
But if you don't see anything popping, that means they ain't biting. Because there's snook sitting here. There's no question about it. It's just got him? All right, there you go. All right.
Little snooker.
We finally got a snook to bite.
Breaking the ice maybe here a little bit.
All right. Boy, he's a little one, but hey,
Little
he's
guy.
He's a little runt.
Yep. This is what we call a snooklet.
Yeah.
This is a snooklet.
All right.
Well, he might qualify for a snooker. We'll see. Nah, I don't know. He's right between.
He's a little one.
A
But
little,
hey,
little snooklet.
it's good. And he came from underneath the mangroves,
Yep.
exactly what we've been talking about.
This broke the ice for us.
Right there.
Now you just go upside down. Messes up their equilibrium a little bit. Well, he wasn't getting off. I had him hooked good. All right.
There you go.
I'll do it.
The first snook of the morning.
Little guy.
Little guy, but we got him.
Hey, go tell your family, food's here.
Food's here. Free food.
So what's happening is the point of the hook has caught him again. You don't want that. When that happens, make sure you unhook it and fix it so he's hanging nice. What'll happen is when the hook is doubled into the bait, now when you get a hit, it drives that hook back into the bait, and you're not going to get a good hookup a lot of times, and you'll lose the fish. You'll be fighting the fish, and all of a sudden it comes off, and that's a lot of times what happens is that hook is into the bait.
You got to have that barb sticking out. There you go. Well, I got this one all the way in the dark, George.
Come on.
There's something after it.
He's getting chased. Come on. Going the other way.
There you go. Oh,
He's going around the other way. Come on.
Take it. You got him? There we go. All right.
A little better fish. Not a monster, but a better fish.
And none of them hit the chummers that we threw.
Yeah.
Let me get a fresh bait.
I'm definitely really believing that. I think because everybody's chummed so much now over the years, and now everybody's doing it, I think sometimes that chumming can hurt you a little bit. Depends on the area you're fishing. Come on, buddy.
This one.
All right, this is the bigger brother.
All right, that's a little bigger one. That's a respectable one.
There you go. All right, maybe it's gonna light up. Like I said, we got the skunk off the boat, and hopefully this will be the start of something good. Maybe we'll get some reds also.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, that black line is called the lateral line.
Right there.
And that is actually a sensory where they can detect the little electric impulses the bait fish give off, especially when they're in trouble or distress, they give it off more. All right, let's go back in the water. Surprising right now is we actually have a pretty good incoming tide. We do have a decent, like 14-mile-an-hour crosswind, and I don't know if that's what's slowing down the tide, but we're not seeing the tide movement we should be seeing. So that's hurting the bite.
We got the height,
yeah,
but we don't have the flow.
So that's hurting the bite a little bit. We've got a few fish right now, but we're hoping it kicks in. Whoop. Come on. My bait just got nervous.
Yeah. I mean, mine's sitting right there in the dark. You know, when you throw it sometimes on a windy day, the fish and the hook goes in them on the side, and then that bait is done. That bait can't swim right, it starts to die right away, and the fish knows something's wrong. See, the bait went right to the bottom. So you gotta always keep an eye on your bait to make sure that you don't have it double hooked. If not, you could be sitting there and nothing happened. There it goes, so take it.
Oh, look at that, come on.
Come on. Let them swim in there some more.
Oh.
That's it, take it.
See, that's what I was dealing with on the second fish. Just messing with it, not being aggressive. And that a lot of times has to do with, come on. A lot of times it has to do with the lack of current and the lack of a good salooner.
I mean, look at this. That bait's going crazy. Come on, take it.
You've got him tapped a few times.
Come on, take it.
Don't be bashful.
It's all yours. You can have it. It's okay with me.
We're just gonna snap a fishery and send you back home.
Yeah. One of the other things that I like to do on windy days like today, you notice I'm keeping the tip of my rod down close to the water because that wind picks up your line, puts a bowl in it, and what it does, it actually pulls the bait away from the shoreline. So by keeping the line close to the water this way, there's no wind pulling on it. Plus, you can see the bite, especially the way they're biting today. You can keep an eye on your line, you can see it starts to get straight. You know there's something chasing your bait. But if you hold it up here, that wind will catch it and do this. There you go. There he is, there he is, there he is. And I'm showing you how to do it. And
it might be a red.
I don't know.
Biting like a red.
Yeah, it ain't jumping. It ain't jumping. Let's see. But he hit it. I'm talking. Yeah. No, it's a little snook. It's a little snooky.
Little snooklet.
All right. Now, something else we need to, I think, you've got to be very careful with a snook. That right up in here, that's like a razor blade. If you grab that snook right there, he can slice the tip of your fingers right off. So you always grab a snook. If you got to grab them, either like you do a bass around the lip or underneath it, but do not try to wrap. Put your hand around his head, because that right there is like a built-in razor blade. That's how he cuts you off real easy. A lot of times you get that hit, you'll turn, cut your leader. So be very, very careful with the snook. All right, you're young, you can take off. There you go. All right, George.
Now sometimes, like we were talking about with these fish, they're tucked way under the mangroves. And you know, everybody's skill level is different. Some people can't cast and get it underneath the mangroves or see an opening where you can get it far back past that front edge of the tree line. So one of the tricks, if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of current, you can tail hook the bait, cast it close to the tree line, leave your bail open and let the actual bait fish swim underneath a little bit. And when they start to turn away, you pull on that line, which pulls them back facing the tree line, and you can kind of work them into that tree line.
That works sometimes.
It's a trick, yeah. But you can't do that in fast current. If you have fast current, you're just going to drown your bait with your tail hook, and he'll die.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to kind of like let him. Oh, sorry.
Oh, did he come off?
No, he's
good,
on there.
Good, there you go.
Yeah, I got him. I got him now. I got him now. Boy, he hit.
Instantly. Good fish.
Yeah, he's a little better fish.
He's getting you back in there. Come on.
Come on, get out. Okay, here he comes. All right.
You need a net for this guy?
No, he's up there. All right. Here we go. Boy, he stayed there. You know, he didn't leave the spot. I like, oh, look at that. Just beautiful when they jump like that, you know?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, at least he was where he was supposed to be and he actually hit.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Sure you don't want the net on that guy?
Yeah, let's get the net.
Yeah,
he's a little bigger than I thought.
Yeah, where's the net?
Right on that side. Yeah, he's a little bigger than I thought. Yep. He's a nice fish.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right, come on, baby. There we go. Yeah, he's a much better fish than I thought. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, look at here. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a much bigger fish than I thought. You know that?
That's why I was glad.
Yeah. I didn't think he was that big, but he is. He's get the fish grip. It should be right behind the rods, behind the seat. There's two different ones back there. See them?
Yep. This is the smaller one. I didn't see the bigger one.
Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Come on, baby. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Now, that's a much bigger fish than I thought he was going to be.
Hey, at least he was right where I thought he would be. That's nice. That was nice.
Nice fish. Get an idea about size-wise. He's
24, 25.
yeah, about 24 and a half. So he's not a bad sized fish. Got a picture? Get over here. It's for the show. Now, one of the things you want to do is, especially the way this guy was fighting, you don't want to just throw him in the water. Yeah, you got to let him suck on your thumb, and we always say that. And
Revive him.
yeah. Make sure he's. You see how he's sucking on my thumb? So you want him to do that, and when he's ready to go, he'll let go and just leave and swim on his own. But if you just drop him, sometimes they'll go to the bottom and they'll die on you. So you want to. One of the things that we're doing, we're staying in the same spot for a while because we know there's snook here. They're biting real slow, but hey, all you can do is George and I just keep our baits in the water. When we see them get away from the roots, we have to cast again. All those fish are hanging tight to the roots right now. They're not out in the open. And we've been talking about this. I think over the years, these fish are getting spooked between jet skis, more and more flats boat, and everything that's going on. These fish are getting spooky and they're hanging in really tight if they can. So as the tide is coming in, they're actually getting inside the roots, just running out, grabbing a bait, getting back under the roots. They feel more comfortable. And you heard us talk about some of the shows. The dolphins have gotten so aggressive in the last 3 to 4 years that these snook know that, and they love snook. So they're afraid to come out too much into the open because those dolphins are liable to eat them. So we're having to fight this scenario now that we're almost putting the bait on top of the roots. And if they swim out 5, 6, 7 feet, you got to cast it again. If not, you're not getting the bites. And that's all we can do.
So we just had a hit way back in the little cove right there. And I got my bait back in there. I'm hoping. Up.
You got him?
Yep.
All right.
Trees on him.
There you go. That's that one that was that popped that bait back in there.
All right, I got him out. I had to grab the spool for a second just to kind of give him a little more pressure. That was the long distance fish. Sometimes too, that makes a difference. When you're fishing, you just got to be aware of everything around you, If we didn't notice that hit back there, I wouldn't have cast it back there. Another snooker. Come here, buddy. Well, he had me back in the trees for a second there. He was in the roots. A little upside down, mellows them out.
All righty.
You do it.